Hey, Rockstar. Welcome back to LA's Adventures. Today we're in the hauntingly beautiful city of Savannah, Georgia. I came down here to perform at a wedding, and Josh is eager for some sightseeing and tasty southern foods in one of the oldest cities in America. We're only here for a day and a half, but the plan is to do a hotel room tour, find some good eats, and pack in as much southern charm as we can. So let's go. Oh, it's giving very majestic, very historical. Oh snap, there's even a historical plaque to make an honest woman out of me. That's right, rock stars. We're staying at the Indigo Hotel in Savannah, Georgia. Right away, I am loving this lobby entrance. What a vibe. The design and detail of this lobby is giving luxury, but the prices were really affordable at the Indigo Hotel. We spent about $210, and that included $50 for parking in their parking garage. There is no guaranteed free parking in Savannah, Georgia. We learned that very quickly this weekend. Oh, yeah, and we had a bit of a booking mix up. It was totally my fault. I booked the wrong day, but the hotel staff was not only accommodating for us, they upgraded us to a king suite.
Look at this place. Very cool.
Huge shout out to the staff for making us feel like royalty at the Indigo Hotel. I'm so glad I went with this one. All right, so as you just saw, that front room was a full living room space. Before we make it to the bedroom, there's this middle room where we have a small kitchenette, and it's got a sink, a microwave, even a mini fridge. That's all we need. And across from the kitchenette is the bathroom. Ooh, do you see these tiles in that shower? Dang, this place is looking better than the bathroom I have at home. This place has absolutely been updated since it was built in 1888, and I'm loving it. It's absolutely perfect for the weekend. Trying to capture all the little details of this hotel room for you guys. Now we're moving on to the closet area. Yeah, we've got an iron. We've got space for your clothes. We've got an ironing board and that little doohickey to put your suitcase on so you don't have to put it on the bare bed or open your clothes on the bare floor. Okay, let's get to the part I know you're really interested in. Let's check out this master bedroom. The first thing we noticed when we walked into this bedroom were these huge, tall ceilings. These bad boys have got to be at least 10 foot tall. I couldn't stop staring up. It was so cool. And so, yeah, that's our room tour, and this is our place for the weekend. We were not expecting to get hooked up with this king suite, but that southern hospitality really shined through at Hotel Indigo. We're so thankful for the concierge being so kind and accommodating. After we checked out our room, we freshened up and headed to the hotel bar for happy hour. We got a drink for free for staying on property. I got caught up in the moment and forgot to take any footage of the hotel bar. But here's a Google image search of the bar. After happy hour, we were ready to hit the town. LA went down to Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, that is. She was in a bind, she was ready to find somewhere cool to chill. If you've never been to Savannah, Georgia, you might not know that they are famous for their squares. I've mentioned in a previous video that I really wish that my town had square-like areas for my community. It's strangely rare to see anyone lounging around my town. There aren't many benches or public spaces where people are allowed to just hang out, and if you are, you're kind of seen as loitering. These squares give the community life, a place where you're allowed to loiter and just hang out, just be. Most of these squares are in walking distance of restaurants, they're in walking distance of our hotel, they're in walking distance of churches or clubs, depending on what you're looking to get yourself into in Georgia. These squares bring life to Savannah. They were completely packed at night, but we did end up staying on Halloween weekend. Who knew Savannah, Georgia, one of the most haunted cities in America, would be such a Halloween hub? It was so poppin' Saturday night that most establishments had lines out the door and down the block. That building with the gold dome caught my eye. It happens to be Savannah City Hall. It was built in 1906 and it was originally made out of copper. But in 1987, City Hall received a facelift and currently has a 23 karat gold leaf dome. Okay, now playa, look out. Can you guess what this contraption is? Let me know in the comments. You've got 3 seconds. Ready? Here's your countdown. 3, 2, 1. Did you guess it was a sundial? Do you know what a sundial is? This is, of course, a replica, but the original sundial was placed in Johnson Square in 1933. Wow, if you lived in Savannah, Georgia in the 1930s, you could come to Johnson Square and figure out what time it was. You didn't even need your iPhone. We've got to come check out this church. I've been seeing signs with facts about it all over the square. Now look, my channel is really not made for history lessons, but I did read a sign that said George Washington visited this church. The founder of Girl Scouts was an attendee of this church. Wait a minute, I was a Girl Scout. Hey, what a legacy, Juliet Gordon-Low. Who knew we would still be talking about you today? Speaking of legacies, we came across a memorial for a music legend. Johnny Mercer was a songwriter, composer, and vocalist who was born in Savannah, Georgia in 1909. Johnny Mercer wrote over 1,500 songs, including Autumn Leaves, Come Rain or Come Shine, Jeepers Creepers. He wrote songs for people like Judy Garland and Julie Andrews. He signed people like Nat King Cole to his record label Capitol Records. I had to pop a squat on Johnny's bench to channel his musical talents for my show tonight. Wish me luck. My band had a blast performing at this wedding reception. These people were ready to party, and that makes our job feel so easy and effortless. After partying Saturday night away, we're back in the streets of Savannah on the hunt for some brunch on a Sunday morning. After a late night, we made our way to this spot about a block away from our hotel called the Little Duck Diner. Since the city was roaring for Halloween last night, we weren't expecting to find any openings. But lucky us, this adorable vintage-inspired diner only had a 20-minute wait, and the award-winning food was more than worth it. Well, rock stars, that's a wrap on our whirlwind adventure in Georgia. From the squares of Savannah to unexpected hotel upgrades, Georgia did not disappoint. Until next time, keep rocking, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you hit the buttons, you will be notified.